Welcome to another Friday here at Kingdom of Nerds. Tonight I'm joined by Dom Tober and Dade. What's going on, guys?
What's up?
Not a much. How are you?
I can tell you this. What's up? That freaking Ultimate Spider-Man sold out everywhere. Just about.
I know. And it's a great story, too. I love that story.
I went today looking.
Really? Not even the A, B covers? Anything?
Everything was sold out. Well, I actually went to one place, guy. I didn't want to go to my normal place. I was in it because I was stuck talking to all my friends and that.
Yeah.
So I went to this one joint. Nothing. I was like, wow. So, and they said that yesterday everything sold out because word got it that it's a great story, great outlook, and people love it. So that means all the variants are.
God damn it! I should have got the one in something. I
got the black costume variant. That's what I want.
I got the A cover. I didn't get anything else but the A cover.
There's two. There's him half black costume, half the regular costume, but I want all black.
Sold out everywhere. Went to one place.
Yes. That's why everywhere, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm not going all over the place. One place is sold out. It's sold out everywhere.
I might as well do a. Well, you got anything? You got any pickups?
I got something. You got anything, Fred? You got anything? You want to go first? You got anything?
The only pickup I have this week is the laptop I'm doing this show on. My brother sent me. I finally got my Christmas gift from my brother.
Nice.
Now I'm waiting on the Star Wars figures from the other brother for the Star Wars show.
There you go.
So what do you got, Dom?
Well, I'm late to the game and a lot of things, so I picked up Revelations, Star Wars Revelations.
Yeah.
I wanted the Jango Fett cover. Sold that everywhere, one place. But I did get this. I did get the 1 in 50 Duke with Starscream and Duke.
Oh, nice.
That's cool. That's cool.
And I did pick up the 1 in 25 of the Soundwave.
Ooh.
That's that Energon universe thing that's starting, right?
Yeah. I got that. And I did find one cover that I want. It came out last week, a Hobgoblin cover, Gang War, Miles Morales.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, hey, check that out.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Also,
pretty sweet cover.
Another Soundwave cover.
You need a Soundwave.
That's bullshit. Optimus Prime punching a hole to sound. The hell with that. Should be the other way around.
Come on, Optimus is stronger than
the Inquisitor Rebels variant cover. And now, mind you, they talked about the Star Wars books that came out this week. A lot of them were damaged.
Yeah.
Black. So I got the all black Star Wars cover, right? But there's a couple of spine ticks on the side because it's an all black cover. Try finding this in mint. Able to get another.
I didn't even order because every time I order a Star Wars book, it's it goes up and then like for half a day it goes like crazy prices. Then the next week it's just like, who wants this book?
Hey, look, you know what? If you wait a little bit, these books drop, but it seems like some of these books aren't dropping. It's still a little crazy. Oh, so yeah, where's Jedi? Got the Sabe disguise cover. Where's that Jedi? I was able to get number 3.
Oh, that's cool. Justice League Kong. Yeah.
I never got the first one. I'll pick up everything all at once, and then.
Well, before you move on, look at this. The 1 in 500 is sold out.
Wow. Scott Campbell cover.
Who the hell paid $450 for that?
Jesus. Somebody did.
There are some variants left, but the
black. See, that's what I want. Go back down. See the black cover. That's what I want. Sold out.
Look at
that shit.
Look at it. This is crazy.
It's crazy.
I like that Peter and Mary Jane cover.
Yeah, this is a great cover
with the hearts.
That's cool. You know what? I'm very happy that they actually, got a fresh story on Spider-Man, and we'll see what happens in the long run. I can't wait. I actually did order the variant cover. It was a store variant that I did order, and I got coming soon. Fighting the new Green Goblin, which I like the Goblin, so I had to get it. So I was able to get the one cover for the Star Wars. I still don't know if it's a girl, a guy. What I have no clue. I don't know.
Why don't you open the book?
I didn't read it yet. And last but not least, I finished the trifecta of the Funko Pop comic covers.
Yeah.
I was able to get the
Oh,
the Amazing Spider.
Oh wow.
Pretty
Yeah.
cool. I like these comic covers, man.
so you get the Miles also?
No, I got the model. I got issue 300. I
Uh-huh.
got Venom, Lethal Protector #1.
Oh, okay.
And I got this. So the 3 Venom symbiote suit.
Oh, nice.
That's what I wanted. That's about it.
No, cool. I got like two weeks worth of comics, I guess.
Damn you.
Green Lantern #7. Titans Beast World #4.
Nice.
Titans Beast World #4. The Barons cover, Starfire.
That's nice cover.
Yep.
I like that.
Outsiders #3. Very DC heavy. Rise of the Powers of X, the Scotty Young cover. It connects to the other one.
Oh yeah, the Scotty Young cover for Ultimate Spider-Man sold out. The heartbeat.
I know I should have ordered it. The Fall of the House of X, Scotty Young.
Nice.
What is it with freaking Marvel and their wavy paper? I swear.
Oh, the cheap paper. Hey, I'm
Very
still
cheap.
waiting for Scotty Young to show up at a convention. I
Uh-huh.
want him to do a sketch for me. I know it's going to cost me, but I really want to get a couple of these done.
Shazam #7.
Nice.
Kneel Before Zod. Barons cover.
Nice.
Titans
That's the reintroduction of Zod, right? The books we were talking about last week.
Yeah, he's this is after he got freed from the neutral zone, Phantom Zone. Titans Beast World Atlantis.
Nice.
Amazing Spider-Man 41. I hate the art on these Amazing Spider-Man.
Hey, listen, you can't go wrong with Typhoid Mary and Kingpin in the cover. You know what I'm saying?
More Fall of the House of X.
Anybody saw Echo?
Yes.
I saw the first one.
I didn't watch anything yet.
I binged all 5 episodes of it, and it was freaking amazing.
Yeah.
Nice.
You know what? I'm happy that you said that because I have seen nothing but negative reviews.
Of course you did.
You know, it sucks. Everybody never likes anything. See?
Dude,
I'm glad. I gotta watch it.
even
Batman. Oh, sorry.
Even her powers and a lot of her background from the comics they use a lot of it. I mean, they don't do everything from the comics, but like I like the way they changed her powers for the show because it involves the bloodline, her bloodline, like all the women in her family all have like mutant abilities. I mean, they almost play it off like she's another one of the mutants.
Wow.
Probably going to be in the comic books.
Which is kind of ambiguous in the comics when you see, even though she did become the host for the Phoenix Force for a while.
I thought that was so weird. When
I liked
she
it.
became the Phoenix.
I'm gonna check it out maybe this weekend.
Batman 141.
That's cool.
Batman 141. Little.
Oh, I like that cover.
Yeah, that cover is pretty
cool.
sick.
No, Max, it's a green screen background.
Blue Beetle #8.
Imagine. I thought so too. Grand
Blue
piano.
Blue Beetle #5.
That's cool.
The foil cover, Kneel Before Zod.
Ooh, I like that foil cover.
Yeah, this is freaking sweet.
And I'm not huge on foil covers, but I like that one.
Kneel Before Zod. I forgot what. Just the regular cover.
I like that cover. Him crushing the earth. I like that.
Batman and Robin #5. Little Robin buggy.
Rip off the Spider Buggy.
Birds of Prey Birds of Prey is this? It's a Birds of Prey.
I like that cover, the red cover.
Yeah,
You know, something so simple.
The one at 50.
Simple, so nice. I like that.
Shazam #7. The Nakayama variant with Mary Marvel.
Oh, that's nice.
And Transformers number 4, the 1 in 50.
Yo, you got the Megatron. I want that. Cool cover. Bastard. Bastard. That's sold out too.
Really?
Yeah.
What the hell? What's going
Hey,
on?
Hey, did you what the hell was I gonna say? Did you see the John Christopher Tyler Ventress book that's coming? The Negative Space Ventress?
No, but that sounds cool.
Yes. Look it up, Christopher. Yeah, pull it up if you can.
What is it?
John Tyler Christopher.
For what?
Star Wars. He's doing the a Ventress cover.
Oh, what was what? What issue?
Just say John Tyler Christopher. Ventress cover coming soon. It is badass. And I think it goes on sale the 17th, I think.
How many freaking John Tyler?
He got some good stuff.
Jeez. Oh, here we go. I found this on Reddit.
Look at that.
That's it right there. Oh, that's a gorgeous cover.
Yep.
That is.
Negative Space.
Let me say hi to the chat. 19 Cohiba, what's going on? The Penthouse Comics is back.
Yep.
AOA, hey buddy. And Wamba, hey Dade, I finally finished House of X.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Grogu, hey buddy, what's going on? Max, what's going on?
What's up, Max?
Anthony, hey Mama Bear, what's going on? That's a nice cover. Oh, hey Jeffrey Miller.
Yeah, definitely. You know what? I seen that. I was like, yep. You know, there's something about it. Purple negative space background.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful cover. You know, everybody wants more Ventress. You know, they don't make a lot of stuff with Ventress, so.
Well, especially with this, her whole outfit and everything, and how it blends into that cover.
Yep.
With the lightsabers the way they are. That's freaking awesome.
I'm definitely getting that. That's gonna probably. What does it say, Brucifer? Does it say when it's coming out? The 17th?
Goes on sale from his website at 6 p.m. on the 25th Eastern time.
Oh, 25th. Okay.
Yeah.
I got time to say so. I need to get 2 copies. I got the Darth Maul coming. The Darth Maul one that he dropped a couple months back. I got that supposedly coming soon.
Oh.
So.
All right. Well, let's get this show started before we get caught in the weeds.
Not the weeds.
Not those weeds.
What kind of weed?
All right. Make sure that's up. Yep, it's up. Exorcist Deceiver removed from release calendar as David Gordon Green exits sequel.
Oh, that sucks. Send that to you gotta send it to Jedi.
It took him like 2 months to finish this because it was freaking him out.
I know.
Well, let me just say this. Maybe horror just isn't his forte. I mean, I didn't hate his three Halloween films. I actually liked them, but I know a lot of people didn't like them, especially the last one, because he kind of went with a different character as the main focus. But to be honest, Believer was not that great of a movie. I mean, and I like these Exorcist type movies, but Believer just was kind of eh.
It took too long to get where it was going for me.
Yeah. And for a series that is literally based around religion, their final
stand against the devil
solution for the against the demons
is a game of Yahtzee.
Was this kumbaya non-religious kind of thing that worked with everybody's beliefs, which I get what you're trying to do there, and I don't have a problem with that in any other movie. The Exorcist movies were always based around the Catholic Church.
Yep.
And it's like,
I guess they didn't want to have priests in the same room with children. Just say it.
Oh, hello, come here, my uncle boy.
Hey, Hey, just reminding you, Brucifer, you do have 2 Italians on the panel tonight. Just
That's
saying.
Hey, listen, I'll be
That's
honest with you.
fine.
You know what? I grew up and I was an altar boy
Oh,
when I was a
jeez.
child. Yes, I
Was
actually
was it Father, May I touch you?
You know what? I don't know. I can't remember anything.
Hey, look.
What?
I also did the altar boy thing until I turned 13 and my dad was like, "Okay, now you get to choose your religion as long as you believe in something." But the thing is like I never had a father bad touch, but there were rumors. That's all I'm saying. There were rumors.
Well, look, the sad thing is that there's always some, you have a couple of bad, bad seeds like everybody else, in everything. There's always some bad and
You
everything.
can't say
And
you can't say priest and seeds in the same sentence.
I know.
Come on. Come
Oh
on.
man.
No,
Oh
but
dude, he went there.
you had a couple of guys who shouldn't have been a priest that did bad deeds,
Yeah.
and it's got and it makes everything else look bad. It's like with everything else. Like I said, if one person does something bad, it makes it look bad for everybody overall. When it comes to an organization, whatever might be, man. Huh, yes, James Woods.
I love that movie. It's
Such a
freaking
classic.
hilarious.
That actually popped up on my freaking Instagram feed the other day. That's awesome.
Fuck me. Okay.
I was watching another YouTuber that does a lot of horror movie reviews, and he was talking about the Exorcist Believer, and he brought that in, like he brought that scene right there that you just popped up
Oh,
into the
jeez.
conversation.
Nice.
Because it's funny as all hell.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
You see, if you can't make a joke, you can't make a joke about some things.
Here's the thing that I will say about religion, and I'm talking any religion, okay? Because I don't want to get overly controversial and piss a bunch of people off. If you can't laugh,
Really? Come on.
if you can't laugh at your religion, then what are you doing? I mean, there's absurdities in every religion. I have studied most of the world's religions because I was looking for where I fit. And everything, all of them have some sort of absurdity involved. I mean, we're talking about a being that lives in the sky and
Yeah,
grants our prayers.
you know what the one thing is overall? The one thing overall was that priests should have married and able to marry.
In the
That
Anglican faith, in the Church of England, they are allowed to.
I know, but overall, like it should be the fact that even
Well,
if you are like God is your you give your all to God, you should be able to marry, because a lot of this stuff maybe would have never happened depending on what the situation was.
Well,
So it's kind of hard. It's hard to
well,
digest
well,
point
the
where
whole
how things would be.
well, the whole not being able to get married thing, a lot of people believe that it was so that when priests died, they would, and everything would go to the church and not the family.
that's exactly what I was about to say, Bruce.
Yeah.
You are entirely correct, because during the Middle Ages,
Hmm.
a lot of the popes and cardinals, and it was also for another reason. They didn't want the seat of the pope to become a dynasty, because there were a lot of popes that had children, and they were shoehorning their kids into the cardinalship.
Yeah.
Like Pope Rodrigo Borgia, Pope. I can't remember his title, but Rodrigo Borgia. He made 3 of his sons cardinals.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, like, they didn't want them setting up a theocratic monarchy, which is why they said that they shouldn't marry and they shouldn't have kids. That didn't stop a lot of popes and priests and cardinals from having children, because a lot of them did.
But you
But
see, but you're right, and that's the thing. And then you would have people criticizing you sinned, you can't follow the law, and that in overall, think about it. You give all to to be honest, to a being that we've never seen, that we don't even know exists. You give your existence to something that's an entity that you just you go one way and everything else you would throw aside. So your whole life is dedicated to that one entity that you never seen, but through faith and through generations, you're taught to do that. And I can understand. And look, we're all born Catholic, Christian, whatever you're born. You know, it all depends on, like, when, like, I'm on the train. You have people on the train that are like so obsessed with, oh God, you have to do this, you have to do that.
Jesus.
Priest having children has taken a different meaning now.
I know.
Oh no, she went
All
there.
right, let's move
That's
on. But let's
hilarious.
move on from
It's getting
this.
a little too religious and even my taste here. Let's go.
All right. Fantastic Four has been pushed back its filming start date to the third quarter of 2024. Pedro Pascal has dropped out of Zach Krieger's weapons to clear his schedule.
Wait,
Interesting.
I like that.
Just
because
feeding the rumors that he is Reed Richards.
so
I honestly would like the idea of him being Reed Richards because I actually like Pedro as an actor.
Yeah.
I mean, I look with a lot of these actors, I don't exactly agree on their political stances or you know, a lot of the things that they say activism wise or whatever. But I do like them when they actually do what they're paid to do, which is act. This guy, I love his acting. He's also an okay guy outside of that, from what I've heard.
you know
He's funny on TikTok.
look
He's
let's put it this way.
hilarious.
All right, so now he's clearing his schedule, right?
Yes.
What happens now to the Mandalorian? The Mandalorian Grogu. Apparently, he might go helmless because now rumor has it today they just dropped a thing that season 4 is being filmed, 6 episodes. And
Hey.
We're getting to that.
Well,
That-
okay,
that-
jump
that's
the
the
head
slide.
over here.
Hey, I'm sorry, you showed
What the
Pedro
hell?
Pascal. I'm trying to get.
Well,
okay,
you know, you got here early. You would have been ready for the prep.
Listen, I'm sorry. The prep show is me just going off a freaking goddamn scene.
Sorry, guys.
Aw.
We've got a guest star. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, I don't know. He's been amazing at everything he's been in. So
Yeah.
I would like to see his approach to Reed Richards. It can't be any worse than the last 3 movies.
See, that's the thing. Do you know if, or all else, if this fails, the Fantastic Four franchise has been a curse because they can't get it right.
No,
But cartoon versions with them in the cartoon, they get it right. No one complains about the cartoon.
This is still just a rumor, Anthony. It hasn't been confirmed by trades if he did drop out yet.
I don't exactly trust the trades, to be honest with you. I don't believe it until I hear it from the company themselves.
What's the
Just
puppy
saying.
rat's name?
The puppy rats.
Yes, his name is Little Man. He is my emotional support beast.
Emotional support beast.
That's what he's trained for.
There you go.
Yeah, he's filming a lot of stuff, a lot of projects.
Because he's also doing the second season of The Last of Us too.
Yeah. What's that? Mando,
And
Last of Us, and
they
Fantastic Four?
They just cast the chick that's going to play the other, not Ellie, of course, but the other main female character for the second game.
Yeah, I saw that.
Can't remember her name off the top of my head, but they just cast her.
They cast like 3 or 4 roles. I know Mercedes, I forgot her last name. First the last name. The one that they cast for Hawk Girl.
Yeah.
She got cast as a role in Last of Us recently.
I see you there, BK. I see Kathleen has let Bade out for the evening.
Well, he can't hold her Birkin bag every day of the week.
Exactly.
Somebody else got to get a break.
And the woman pays me well for holding the Birkin, okay? That's all I'm saying.
Well, if I don't know. I think Disney is always afraid to confirm stuff because they never know what's going to happen with their actors after Jonathan Majors.
No, well,
And,
listen. First of all, they shouldn't go ahead themselves in naming projects because you never know if the project's actually going to come out when it comes to Disney too. That's another thing. So
Yes, Mwamba, I have watched Echo, and I thought it was amazing.
but this is it'd be amazing if it comes true, if they finally get this movie out. If they start filming this year, it probably won't come out to 2026. And this has to come out before Avengers, which means
maybe
Avengers.
well, they have to come out. Look, this movie has to come out for one particular reason. To move forward, you want to do Secret Wars, and they want to bring in Doom.
Yeah.
They have to definitely get this rolling. This film.
Well, see, if the trajectory goes right for the MCU, we're looking at Secret Wars by the end of 2026, early 2027.
Yep.
So this would have to come out early 2026.
Yeah.
And then
Or
Avengers,
maybe late 2025.
Two Avenger movies are what, 2027, 2028?
Now, if they get on the ball with it, which from what I'm hearing, Kevin Feige, this is one of his passion projects. So he's going to want to push this one as hard as he can. If they go a bare minimum production time from start of filming to post-production, you're looking at least 14 months. At the very least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's if they push it. I would say if you want to do it right, you got to give it at least 16 months. But that's just spitballing.
Well, Kevin Feige and Marvel haven't really been known to be patient when it comes to their projects, especially.
Well, that's the thing, though.
Pushing VFX workers
thing,
and
Kevin
cutting corners.
Bob Iger has talked to Kevin Feige, and the thing about what happened with Phase 4, a lot of what happened with Phase 4 was Kevin was pushed to the brink. He was burning the candle at both ends. Now they're wanting to. That's why they've cut a lot of the projects down, like the Disney Plus projects, because they don't want to stretch Kevin too thin. They also don't want to stretch VFX too thin, because that blew up and became an issue.
Yeah. Well, hopefully this gets going, and hopefully they start making announcements about this, because people are becoming antsy and upset, and half of the audience is going to hate it anyway. So
now,
just the way it goes with Disney.
I do like what they started doing with Echo. They've put it under a thing called Marvel Spotlight now.
Yeah.
And what Marvel Spotlight's going to be is the street level MCU. And a lot of it's going to be rated R movies and TVMA shows. It's going to be a lot more gritty. It's going to be a lot more hardcore.
But it'll still be part of the MCU.
Yes. Yes. And actually, they just confirmed, I think yesterday, that the Defenders shows that were on Netflix are still considered part of MCU canon.
Yeah, they canon now. They canonize. They are, because when they showed the previews to Echo, they showed Wilson Fisk when he was fighting Daredevil, and it's part of, and they're talking about that Daredevil was around with the Thanos flip snap, and what he was dealing with, the trauma of losing Foggy and Karen Page.
So and that's the thing, though. I've been saying this for a year and a half now, and I had a lot of people that I've done shows with doubt me. But mark my words, I am correct on this. And it's being proven. Huh?
I doubt you all the time.
I know you do, but that's because you're you.
Yeah, true.
Anyway, but mark my words on this. Kevin Feige, because I've had people tell me, oh, Disney's not going to let Deadpool 3 be R-rated. Dude, in Echo, she's actually murking dudes.
I know. I got to watch it. I've seen it. No, well, Deadpool is rated R. It's confirmed rated R. So it's
Deadpool's confirmed rated R. Daredevil Born Again is confirmed TVMA.
Yep.
And it's going to be long as hell. It's 18 episodes.
I don't think it's going to be 18. Hopefully they cut it down. That's way too much to dedicate my life to a streaming show.
Well, you know what's cool about it too? That before they scrapped the first few episodes that they did to redo it again, Winter Soldier was in it. So that means you're going to have Winter Soldier is going to make an appearance in it. You might have Tom Holland as Spider-Man appearing in it, or
Yeah.
Spider-Man's name would be mentioned, something like that. Because and like I like this because you got the comics now. You got gang war going on. All the street level characters are getting involved, and I like this.
You know, I really want them to bring Luke Cage and Jessica Jones into this whole universe
Well, they
already.
are. They already
Iron
talked about
Fist. Iron
that,
Fist is going to be in. I believe they said he's going to be in Ironheart. I want to say.
Yeah, was it Ironheart?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
it was the Wakanda series.
Oh, the Wakanda series. That's right.
Yeah.
He's going to be in the
So-
Wakanda series.
So apparently, this is the rumor has it that so Wilson Fisk is going to be in Spider-Man 4.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna have
Well,
Daredevil
they're saying
connect.
they're saying Fisk and Daredevil.
Yeah, Fisk and Daredevil, and apparently Wilson Fisk is probably going to be in Captain America: New World Order because
That makes
Red
sense.
Hulk, Thunderbolt Ross becomes president. So you're gonna have the mayor, president, and this is where all the bad guys are gonna be running the asylum, which is kind of cool. This
Well,
is
that's the
basically
thing.
the Dark Avengers we're talking about.
What they're talking about with Kingpin, with the Marvel Spotlight stuff, which is the street level stuff, Kingpin is going to be the big bad. He's going to be the
He's
Thanos for the
He's
street
the
level
Thanos of
stuff,
the
Yeah.
street level, yeah.
which is awesome because that's kind of how he ran things in the comics. You know, like he
And-
became mayor of New York City.
And on top of that, he's taken the super serum to have the strength that he has, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on from this. Zack Snyder says the rated R version of Rebel Moon releases this summer. Let's go. Let's get this. Let's get this completed
Summer?
version out.
They told us March at first. Oh, come on.
I thought it was March too. I don't know why they're making us wait. When is
See,
part
okay.
2 coming out? March? April?
No,
April.
April.
Okay.
Now, here's the thing I'm going to say about Zack Snyder. Okay? I love a lot of his movies, but he's got to stop doing this. He's got to stop with this special edition thing. Do your definitive version
One time.
one time.
But you want
Because
to have
it's-
the mass. You want to have the certain demographic for the less violent one, and then the demographic for the more violent.
I thought I thought Netflix wanted to put out a family friendly type of one.
Yeah.
So they can
Well,
get
the thing about that is they're gonna go ahead. They're gonna go
No.
ahead and stream the R-rated 3-hour R-rated version of it on Netflix. So what's the point of putting out the family-friendly one when Zack Snyder has sat on an interview and gone, "Well, I wanted to make an R-rated Star Wars movie." So you make your R-rated Star Wars movie. How hard is this? Honestly, I think he did it because he wanted to build
hype
hype for the completed version of the movie. And you know what? Whatever. It's annoying, but you can definitely tell from this version of the movie, the version that's out right now, that there's things missing.
Yep.
You can definitively tell there's things missing in that movie.
You know, I a lot of criticism of the PG-13 one was that there was too much world building. There was too much character backstory. I'm like, what? I'm like, since when do you want less character development and less world building in a movie? You know, I don't get that. You should want more. You should expect more from these creatives.
Yeah, you really should. And look, I'm not going to deny the fact that Zach is a visionary. Okay,
Yes.
he does have a vision.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't always make sense to the general population, but the man is an auteur. Okay.
Well, I've come to realize that Zack Snyder, he doesn't make movies for the general audience because it seems like they don't get it. He makes it for his true fans, the ones that can see where he's going, the one that can see the talent that Zack Snyder has.
To tell you the truth, his best movie to me is it's a mix of 3 different movies because I can't make any one of these 3 top above any of the others. So there's a 3-way tie. 300,
Yes.
Dawn of the Dead,
I love Dawn of the Dead.
I love Dawn
Man
of
of
the Dead.
Steel.
And Man of Steel.
And I like Man of Steel. I thought Man of Steel was great.
I also, and this comes in a real close second to those three, I love The Watchmen.
You know, I never, to this day, I still don't understand the hate and complaining about Superman killing Zod. He literally had no choice. Oh,
Superman killed Zod in that movie. People threw a fit about it because,
yep.
Superman doesn't kill. Dude, he lost his life murdering Doomsday in the comics. Okay?
Yep.
And then you get all this BS about Batman doesn't kill. What the hell are you talking about? If you read any of his original appearances in the comic books, dude would leave murder trophies for Commissioner Gordon. Like he would literally, we're talking about a guy who in the late 80s, after Jason Todd died, left the KG Beast in an underground bunker to starve to death and sealed him in. Okay? Telling me Batman doesn't kill is like, what are you talking about?
Did they not read year 1, year 2?
Yeah.
He was just going around with guns. Come on.
Yeah, he used to carry guns. He literally carried a pair of pistols. One of which was supposedly the gun that killed his parents. I mean, it's literally like these youngsters who try to tell you, oh, Batman doesn't kill. They're going off of the animated series in the 90s. And I'm not saying that's a bad animated series. I love that animated series.
I love that series. I thought that was one of
it was phenomenal. Shows. The art was amazing. But it tamed Batman.
Yeah. It's, you know, I don't know. People have these expectations of these heroes that they're supposed to do this, supposed to do that other writers can't change or grow the characters. Batman
Jesus
did
BK.
not kill. He allowed his experience.
No, he allowed him to starve to death. I mean, you can get all scientific with the terms and everything all you want, but he sealed the man in an underground bunker with no food.
Yep.
I mean, literally, after Jason Todd died, Batman tried to kill the Joker at the UN, of all places. If it hadn't been for Superman showing up, exactly, Batman Begins. I won't kill you, but I don't have to save you. And then you've got damn it, what's his name? You got Batman Returns, where he drops a bomb down a dude's pants and smiles as he blows up.
Yep.
Yeah. Some people need to just, you know, if you're worried about these characters, you know, this moral line you think these characters should not cross, just read comic books for the last 50 years. Just pick up a book. You'll see that there have been many iterations of these characters.
The only time
Wonder Woman literally killed what's his name?
Maxwell Lord.
Maxwell Lord.
Broke his neck.
Snapped his neck. Well, you know, we don't talk about that.
And then of course somebody mentions the X-Men. Wolverine murders people on the reg.
Even Shadowcat the last couple of months, she's been like killing people like left and right.
She has truly earned the sobriquet of Shadowcat, and I love it.
He can walk that bomb off.
She is literally using what Ugan taught her.
Yep.
Finally.
It was funny when Wolverine saw her. He's like, "What are you doing with those swords? Why are you carrying those swords?"
What's scary is out of both of Wolverine's apprentices, Jubilee and Shadowcat, Jubilee killed before Shadowcat did.
Which is insane.
Which is insanity.
And Jubilee did other things too.
Of course, Jubilee's powers allow her to just be able to kill
People had seizures.
indiscriminately.
People had seizures with her color blasts.
Yeah, and if you ever read the comic books back in the 90s, they talked about at one point, if she focused one of her blasts at the base of your skull, she'd fry your freaking brain.
Yeah.
That's actually discussed in one of the comics in the 90s.
BK said, Diana told Superman there's a reason my rose gallery isn't as large as yours.
It's true.
True.
That's it.
Anybody ever read Kingdom Come?
Yeah.
Anyone?
A long time ago.
Long time ago. Yep.
How many
They
people
were-
has Frank Castle and Wolverine killed over the years? A lot.
Oh, shitloads.
Wolverine's body count's got to be in the thousands by now.
The Punisher. Well, here, fuck, Scourge, who Captain America went after. He was killing all B, C, D, and E friggin' villains. He killed a lot of villains too.
The thing about the only era in comic books that they tried to avoid death in comics was the Silver Age during the rise of the Comics Code. Because the Comics Code held back a lot of things. Of course, we all know
after
that.
The Comics Code, the pre-horror.
That was when they turned Joker into
a clown.
A clown. Which is not what he was supposed to be.
No.
He was literally an agent of chaos. Yep. I'm not pulling revisionist history. They were murking each other. The generations after the core heroes were murking each other in Kingdom Come. That's why they had Superman come back.
That's funny.
All right, let's move on to the next topic. Oh no, we got from Rebel Moon to Man of Steel, but
Zack Snyder.
The Mandalorian season 4 will be 6 episodes long, and the finale will be the movie The Mandalorian and Grogu.
See how
I actually think I like this format.
All right. Yeah. When this first came out, I thought they were making a movie and they were canning season 4. I thought they were going to just make the movie and move on because I think because of the way they made the story, they should just end The Mandalorian because what they should have did was, if you really think about it, Mando was a bounty hunter, kicked ass. He did what he had to do. Had to change a heart when he found Grogu. It changed him. When he gave Grogu up to Luke, he should have went back to his bounty hunter ways, and he had a moral. What he should have did was sell his services to help people that need help. But now he has a code because he wound up getting a heart. But bringing back Grogu because Disney saw money there and they fucked up the whole thing. And
look, Disney, Star Wars has done that from the start. Even Lucas did that. I mean, we got freaking Ewoks because he wanted to market to kids.
I know, and look, you want more kids, but you see, this is the thing. I understand that Star Wars is for kids, and a lot of people were like, "No, it's not. No, it's not. It's for kids."
Yeah.
But every story shouldn't be based around kids. It should be a little bit more stories that are a little bit more adult-oriented stories because Star Wars is a vast universe.
Well, the unfortunate thing, and this is what I like to tell people when it comes to The Mandalorian. The unfortunate thing is between season 2 and season 3, when Grogu or Book of Boba Fett, when Grogu went back to Mando, there was 2 years time period Grogu was with Luke. That's confirmed.
That's confirmed.
So we really don't know what Mando was doing in those 2 years.
I know, and they'll probably come out of comic books. This is the reason why. We should have found out his past already. They should have had a comic book about him before he became Mandalorian. His cult mother and father when the separatists of the droids came and killed his parents, and then the Mandalorians came and got him. We should have found out that storyline because it's fascinating to the fact that he didn't know who Boba Fett was. He didn't know that Jedi's existed. Where was he hiding? Where was he for the siege of Mandalore? Where was he freaking goddamn when the Empire was rising? And this is the thing. A lot of it makes sense and a lot of it doesn't make sense.
No, and you're right. See, I thought he came from What's the planet that Boba Fett? They used to say that Jango Fett came from.
Friggin' the
Something Dawn.
Concord Dawn. Concord. That's in the
Concordia. Yeah, Concordon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now they've thrown that into Mando's story because they basically talk about that.
yeah.
The outset. This makes more sense making the movie finale of The Mandalorian. Is the Mandoverse movie with
Yes,
Filoni
it's
still happening?
still happening.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
It's still happening. So apparently, rumor has it they want to do a trilogy of movies. Now, mind you, is Grogu, Mandalorian, and Grogu is going to be the series finale of the Mandalorian. They're going to move on to the next stage and do something different, but Mando's going to still be in the movies. See what they did wrong. I'll be honest. I understand that, and it's going to go back to Boba Fett because everything that he was,
How did I figure that out?
Boba Fett should have been, and that really pisses me off that they wanted to make their own character that was badass, but at the same time have a heart. They should have had Boba Fett as the Mandalorian. Boba Fett should have been, he survived the Sarlacc, and he would have went a drifter in town. He had a change of heart because he wound up living and he sees things differently now, but he's still ruthless. But he doesn't, he's ruthless towards criminals that he was. He's trying to fight for redemption now. You made Mando and you took over Boba Fett series. Fucking guy. Fucking pissed me off. And Disney, I'm gonna tell you again.
I honestly think Boba Fett's gonna have a part to play in the Thrawn saga.
Oh yeah, he is. Well,
Oh, he has to.
in the Legends, Boba Fett he made the Fett clan with the Mandalorians because he wound up going back to Mandalore and redeeming himself and had the Fett clan, and he was badass about the badass in the Vong invasion. He kicked.
I remember when they brought him into the Yuuzhan Vong crisis,
and
because I remember Han
ass.
Solo
Yep.
reached out to him.
Yep.
To get help because
Shit.
of Jason.
Let me tell you something. Freaking Han and Leia had Janna and what's his name, the youngest son, train with Boba Fett.
Yeah, Anakin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I don't know how confusing this is right now. I want to bring it up and read it.
Okay.
The Mandalorian season 4 was all written, but Lucasfilm reevaluated their plans during the strikes and made the Mandalorian Grogu movie the priority. What does that even mean?
So what happens is that the season, Jon Favreau wrote the season. He had it written already. It was already done. So they decided they wanted to make a movie. So what they did was take the season that he had and take the last 2 episodes and expand on them to make a movie because they want to get a movie out. And say stop it. He's not an overrated character. Let me tell you something. He was the most popular character with the less screen time in all of Star Wars. And he had more figures. He had more figures on pegs.
Well, that's because they had to keep supplying you with stock to buy.
No, but I'm just telling you, I'm tired of the fact that people come out and they're always trashing Fett. Fett is
Boba Fett got more character development in novels.
In novels and
than
Legends.
He ever did in the whole. Remember, the reason why you guys brought me on to the Sunday night show.
Yep.
All of that extended universe knowledge is stuck in my cranium, okay? Like
look, why you see, and that's the thing. I really wish that they would make freaking Boba Fett a John Wick type of a character where he should be. Badass, ruthless, but at the same time.
It's too late for that now.
It's not too late. You can change it. You can have season 2 where he goes back to
actually. We talked about it on the Sunday night show the other night. That one of the John Wick writers is wanting to write for Boba Fett. And if they can pull out of their ass a John Wick style Boba Fett movie, even I will be impressed. And look, Dom, to be honest with you, I'm not a huge Boba Fett fan. Okay,
hey.
I like the guy, but he's not like. I've told you guys on the Sunday night show where I go with Star Wars. I'm a starfighter guy and a Jedi and Sith guy. The bounty hunters, though, I find them interesting. I've always found them interesting. And honestly, I love Din Djarin. I do agree with you, though. I think a lot of Din Djarin's traits should have been put into Boba Fett.
But at the same time, Din Djarin, the Mandalorian, was such a cool concept, and they kind of fucked it up towards the end. They should have left him the way he was in the beginning, instead of taking away that, and they made him more stupid in the third season. That's why I hate the third season, but apparently the third season got all the awards of
well,
third season got the most watch time.
I was talking to my my fiance about this. Because we watched The Mandalorian together. She had actually watched The Mandalorian way before I even started watching it.
Nope.
But she introduced me to The Mandalorian. And when everybody was getting angry about what Din did in season 3, or why, like, Bo-Katan being a main character in season 3 and everything, The Mandalorian doesn't necessarily mean just him.
I understand that, but
I actually liked Bo-Katan's arc in season 3.
I like Bo-Katan. I know they had to finish her arc, but I know that Dave Filoni has to finish her arcs, and her arc wasn't finished in the Siege of Mandalore in Clone Wars season 7. I understand that. My thing is, this is my thing. You make Din Djarin a mysterious bounty hunter but has no clue who Boba Fett is. In a galaxy that Boba Fett has traveled from beginning to end, wherever, growing up. For 20 years, he's been the most feared bounty hunter in the galaxy. You can't tell me that this man did not know anything about Boba Fett. That's the problem. That is the problem when it comes to this.
Well,
Disney's right.
How long was Boba Fett assumed he was dead? People assumed he was dead. For how long? 20 years?
37 years, dude. He died in 1983. He fell into the Sarlacc.
No, I'm talking about Star Wars time.
In Star Wars time. But the whole fact is that it was a long time, and to bring him back. Hey, look, I have to thank Disney for bringing him back.
And Din was a child probably when he was. Think
about it. Din Djarin
wasn't even born yet.
No, Din Djarin was a child, just like Boba Fett was a child. He's the same age as Boba Fett.
They're supposed to be the same age?
The same age.
Sorry about that, fellas. I had to drop real quick. That was my fiance on the phone.
That's all right. He's the same age because he was a child in the Clone Wars era. Boba Fett was a child in the Clone Wars era. So that's the thing. I know they went separate paths. They did what they had to do, but it's just kind of weird. They have to come full circle and mention that to find out why he was shut off to the normal world and how he doesn't know who the Sith are, who the Jedi are, other bounty hunters. But I guarantee he hung out with the likes of freaking goddamn Bosk and Forlom and all those guys.
Zuckuss, Forlom, Bosk, Dengar. But so that's the thing. I think what Disney wanted to do, they wanted to eliminate Boba Fett. They wanted to make their own character and get rid of Boba Fett and not.
Well, they didn't have to bring Boba Fett back. They could have just left him in the pit.
Well, here's the thing.
They had to bring a Boba Fett back, but the fact is they could have made him a little bit more fucking bad. He was badass in the episode when he came back in The Mandalorian.
What they're doing, and this is where I wish Disney hadn't said all the way at the start that we're getting rid of all the extended universe stuff. Because what they're doing is they're slowly bringing it back. They're slowly filtering stuff back in. Because Boba Fett survived the Sarlacc in the Legends continuity.
Twice.
Twice.
But I'll tell you this. The funny thing is, Boba Fett in canon is the only character, the only Star Wars person to survive the Sarlacc. In Legends, you had Starkiller, you had what's his name? You had the bounty hunter in the Old Republic. What's his name?
Yeah.
You had him, and they survived the Sarlacc. But now in canon, Boba Fett is the only one that survived.
Yeah, and he murked the Sarlacc to survive.
Yeah,
and he did. So look, but going back to Din Djarin, the whole thing with Grogu, it's a money maker for Disney. That's why they brought him back. And I think what they should have did was wait a season, and Grogu and Mando should have been introduced together again in season 4, the movie, to get back, and he went back to him. And the rest of the stuff, he would have been just doing some crazy shit because he didn't have him with him. That's
they can't sideline one of their most famous and popular characters for a whole season. That'd been insane for them to do.
Honestly,
people love Grogu.
My opinion of this, yeah, I know, I've even got a stuffed one myself, but my opinion about what they could have done, or what might have worked a little bit better with season 3, was if they'd allowed it to be Bo-Katan's story, and then, like you said, Dom, and bring him back with Grogu in season 4.
Look, this is the thing. We had a lot of people that complained about that. You taking on another girl taking over the show, this and that. Bo-Katan is a cool character, a very complex character. She lost everything. Her sister. She lost Mandalore. She actually, she was, she got screwed by, literally screwed by freaking goddamn Moff Gideon. If you really think about it.
And she had more training than Luke.
No, she did. She did. She did. Well, the whole thing, the fact is that in the Clone Wars, she was already a freaking Mandalorians already trained. See, that's the thing. Mandalorians been around for the longest time, and there's a lot of them out there, and there are cool characters in armor.
Also, canon as well as legends, Mandalorians trained to kill Jedi. Yes. They trained to kill Force users. Yep. What a lot of people don't realize is 3,000 or 4,000 years before the Skywalker saga, the Mandalorians hung out with the Sith.
That's what they should have did now. It's a movie they should make.
But what they've done with Bo-Katan, BK, don't even get me started on Luke Skywalker. We don't want to be here for the next 3 hours of me ranting about Luke Skywalker. Okay? This obsession with Skywalker is insanity. Anyway. But there had to be the redemption of Bo-Katan and her role as Mandalore.
Yeah.
For this story to go forward. They could have handled it a little bit better, though.
Yeah.
Now, there were certain aspects of the 3rd season that I could have done without, like the planet with the weirdness. Yeah. I love Jack Black. Don't get me wrong. I base a lot of who I am on Jack Black.
All right, we're gonna stop right here because this is gonna set Dom off. We're gonna talk about 20 minutes about this.
I'm gonna tell you the rest. With the exception of the Jack Black and Lizzo, I actually liked the fact with the droids. I actually thought the droids were funny. I thought it was funny with the Mando kicking the droids to get them going.
I liked Christopher Lloyd's character too in season 3. By the way, BK, I am both a Trek-er and a Star Wars fan. You can be both. I promise you. You can be both.
Degrassi, hindsight is 2020. The future of Star Wars is bright and shiny. They're moving everything to another far away galaxy. Skeleton Crew season 1 and Ahsoka season 2 equal wild space.
Yes, and I appreciate that. I appreciate the fact that we've gone to another galaxy to start exploring stuff. I also appreciate the fact that they're hinting at Abeloth because terrifying. I need some Lovecraftian in my Star Wars.
AOA is Rey Skywalker is the chosen one and needed 4 minutes of training. Damn it.
No, that is incorrect. That is editing, not very actual time period.
Obi-Wan season 2 is going to be lit.
I hope they do an Obi-Wan season 2.
Hey, Jeffrey Drake.
A lying swamp rat from Florida. Why not a womp rat from Tatooine?
All right. Next up, Millie Alcock, Emilia Jones, and Meg Donnelly will screen test for Supergirl and James Gunn's DCU.
I hope Millie Alcock also
make an appearance in the DCU prior to Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow.
Yeah, she's supposed to show up in Superman Legacy.
Oh, makes sense.
I hope Millie Alcock gets it because her character in House of the Dragon is amazing.
Yeah, she killed that role. I was upset when they aged the character up. I was like, ah. But then I
Yeah.
started loving the other.
The
Um,
other one does a really good job as the adult
yeah,
version of that character, but no, Millie Alcock was great. I don't really know these other two actresses, so I'm not like throwing shade at them or anything.
I
But
believe.
I have seen what Millie Alcock can do, and I think she'd be great.
I think Meg Donnelly, was it Meg Donnelly, did the voice for Supergirl in one of the animated projects.
Let me see. Meg Donnelly. I know I've heard that name. Give me a second.
I think it's her. But I'm happy. I'm happy to see that everything's moving, and if this is true, if he's actually screen testing these actresses, because you can't just work on one project. You need 2 or 3 projects going at once. Especially DC fans have waited long enough for a good good cohesive universe.
Okay, Meg Donnelly did voice Supergirl in Legion of Superheroes and
Okay,
Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths that just dropped.
nice. That's pretty cool.
Speaking of which, have you guys seen that?
Is it free
Uh,
yet?
yeah, it's on Max.
It is.
Yeah,
When did it come on Max?
I believe it just dropped. Let me make sure, but I believe it just dropped.
Oh, yeah. Because I'm like, why don't I'm not paying $20 for that? Millie Alcock looks like an assassin. She does. I wouldn't want to meet her in a dark alley. They still should have aged them up and recast, make it problematic. I think they should cast Hunter Schafer for Supergirl. Hunter Schafer. Oh. Huh. Let's see. Do you guys agree with this? Hold on. Hunter Schafer, Supergirl?
Eh,
Eh,
I don't know enough about
I don't
this
know.
one yet.
Watch that wrinkle some cake. I watched Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earth on my laptop Monday. Was it good?
It's actually pretty good. It's part 1 of 3.
Oh. Degrassi, you just really trying to bring out the haters. Wow.
Yeah, yeah, certain people are not gonna like that one.
Yeah, I could no. There'll be
I
like
mean,
1,000 videos made.
to
Uh,
be to be honest with you, I wouldn't care. But
what, what-
the grifters are gonna make thousands of videos on it.
grifters. What is this thing called grifters? For me, either Millie or Meg. If James Gunn has any sack, he'll cast her. The problem with that is I don't think Zaslav will allow that.
Okay, no, it's not streaming yet. It released on home video and digital on January 9th, but it will stream probably late March.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna have to pay $20 to watch it. God damn it. Or I could just find a link somewhere. Good friends.
yo ho, yo ho.
Next up, a new Star Trek movie is in the works with Toby Haynes, director of Andor, set to direct. Described as an origin story set decades before the 2009 Star Trek film.
Okay, now I have a question about this.
Yes, it's going to be parallel to Star Trek 4.
Well, of course, but it's going to be in the Abrams verse Star Trek, yeah, the Kelvin timeline.
Yes.
My question about this is, if it's set decades before, Are we gonna see Pike, or are we going to see Robert April, or are we going to see Jonathan Archer's people? That's my question. Because JJ tried to connect the 2009 Star Trek series, and he did it through Star Trek Beyond. He tried to connect it to Enterprise. So my question is, if they make this movie, if this actually gets off the ground, because the last time we heard one of these movies was supposed to get off the ground, the actors went, "Oh, we didn't hear about it." So
Nobody told us.
if this is actually going to happen and it's going to be a prequel movie to 2009, who are we dealing with?
Degrassi said there's 3 theatrical Star Trek features in development: Picard, Star Trek 4, and this one.
There's actually, we're getting a long Trek too, which is Section 31.
Yeah, that's but it's not. It's gonna. That's releasing on streaming only.
Yeah, but they're
Khan.
still considering it. They're still considering it a long Trek.
Another Khan movie. I can go for another Khan.
God, can we just leave Khan alone finally, please?
Oh, Section 31 is going to be theatrical. Huh.
It's going to have a limited theatrical release.
I thought this was a Trek-free zone. You thought wrong, sir. You thought wrong.
This is not a Trek-free zone anytime you bring me on this panel.
Wait until we start our Trek Doctor Who sci-fi show.
I'm
really going to hate us.
looking forward to that one.
We can
Because
bring
people are really going to hate me for that. Because
No.
I have opinions that are not going to be popular with a good majority of the internet when it comes to Star
I'm
Trek.
be honest with you. I'm not a big Star Trek fan. My older brother, Geek Astronomy. Check him up on Instagram. He actually is a huge Star Trek fan. I used to break on him all the time about Star Trek and Star Wars is better, this and that. But I'd be honest with you. Getting older, realizing Star Trek, if it wasn't Star Trek, Star Wars would have never been there. You know,
and if it wasn't for Buck Rogers and for Frank Herbert writing the book Dune,
I know
we wouldn't have had Star Trek.
I know. And the black hole, all these sci-fi things that came out, like Star Trek. I'd be J.J. Abrams when he redid Star Trek. I actually really liked the Abrams Star Trek. He got a great cast.
Yeah,
the cast really mixed well. They meshed good. And
Flash Gordon was part of the influence for Star Wars.
Yeah.
Not
Speaking of Samurai.
That 2009 cast, they were all kick-ass. There was not one character that was not. It was insane.
When it comes to the
JJ, Zachary Quintos playing Spock was the
perfect,
greatest.
Spot on.
Well, first of all, they reached out. Leonard Nimoy reached out to Zachary Quinto for that purpose. And another thing that I'm going to upset a lot of the lore doctors when it comes to Star Trek. Even the great Leonard Nimoy said canon only matters because of minutia. His exact term was, what you should be asking instead of does this fit into canon, what you should be asking is, what can Star Trek show me now?
Even though Buck was first, Flash was more popular. Lucas didn't start in Star Wars because he was denied Buck Rogers.
Yes, he was. But he also was influenced quite a bit by Seven Samurai and Kurosawa.
Yep. Do you know, actually, the crazy thing is, who brought up Frazetta, right?
Yeah, BK.
He did Conan and all that stuff like that. He designed
the art for Conan.
He designed Leah's slave outfit.
Yes, he did.
And so Frazetta has a lot to do with the beautiful Carrie Fisher
obsession with Funko boobies.
Yeah, boobies.
Cleavage. Funko boobies.
Give me those cleavages.
More cleavage.
Hey, don't deny a man his Funkos.
before before this year's over, we're gonna get Dom into Star Trek. God damn it, one way or another. Next up,
I watch Star Trek. I'm not gonna lie. I sit there watching Next Generation. I watch
Now,
the.
I
Deep
will
Space
say
Nine.
this before we move on to this Tom Cruise story.
Yeah.
One last thing I will say about Frazetta was responsible for the art of a lot of the Conan comics in the 70s. However, and some of the book covers too. However, the creator of Conan the Barbarian was a man by the name of Robert E. Howard, who was from a little town here in Texas, who did not make it past his 25th year, and was pen pals with H.P. Lovecraft.
freaks.
And in fact, H.P. Lovecraft allowed him to use some of the great old ones in the Conan stories. Because H.P. Lovecraft was part of a group of authors back at that time period. Ambrose Bierce, H.P. Lovecraft, August Derleth, Robert E. Howard. There was a group of like 10 or 12 of these guys that were writing pulp stories back in the early teens and 20s that had a letters circle. They would write to each other and they would share each other's stories. And that's how they built the mythos of all of their characters. So H.P. Lovecraft's great old ones are in the same universe as Conan's stories. And early Marvel comics drug a lot of Robert E. Howard and H.P. Lovecraft stuff into Marvel, which is why we have Conan the Barbarian in Marvel Comics.
Nice.
Okay.
All right.
The more you know.
All right. I wanna. The next few slides actually all tie into each other, so I'm just gonna read all of them. Tom Cruise has signed a deal with Warner Bros. To develop original and franchise movies, which he'll star in. He will get an office on the WB lot with a production company. Tom Cruise has been cast as Hal Jordan, one of the two Green Lanterns in the DCU Max Green Lantern Freezing Earth. This is rumor, of course.
Yeah. By the way, I want to shout out my brothers in the chat. Chris.
Lovecraft was a huge racist and awful comment. He was a time traveler.
Dude, he was a weirdo from Rhode Island.
Those
figure.
fucking drugs that he took were out of this world.
Oh, no. That had nothing to do with drugs. The man was just thrown, okay? Like, literally thrown. He was a horrible racist, but he was only literally because 90% of white people back then were, but he was terrified of air conditioning. He wrote a story called Cool Air. It was literally about him being terrified of air conditioning.
WB bosses are hoping to get Tom Cruise to develop Edge of Tomorrow 2, and Top Gun 3 is in the work. Script is currently being written. Joseph Kosinski is set to return to direct Top Gun 3. A lot of Tom Cruise news, and it all ties into WB except for
Hey, I
Top
tell you
Gun
what,
stuff.
Jedi Johnson is loving this.
Of course he is.
Dude, I have to admit, for a sequel that took 30 years to make, Maverick was good.
You know, I think him having this partnership with WB, it gives for all the people last year saying creatives aren't going to want to work with them. Nobody's going to want to work with them after they canceled Batgirl and pulled some projects off of Max. You know, people were fake outrage that the internet does, and these kids do these days.
Look. I don't like David Zaslav. Okay, I don't think he's handling things well. But dude had to make an omelet. You have to break some eggs.
Yep.
And they bought a company that was so far in debt it was not even funny. And I'm sorry, certain things fall to tax cuts. They just do. You have to recoup the 44 billion or whatever it was they paid for it. You have to recoup it somehow. And there's going to be projects that just don't get made. And I'm sorry, Batgirl was made under the auspices of the old regime, and the old regime in Warner Brothers was crap.
They
Okay,
greenlit everything that should not have been
they
greenlit.
greenlit everything in the kitchen sink, and that's the problem. If you don't have your Trinity, you don't have DC. Okay, if you don't have Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman nailed down, why are you making Blue Beetle? Why are you making Batgirl? Why are you making any of that until you get your Trinity nailed down? And the problem is they rushed too quickly into Justice League and should have allowed Zack Snyder to do what he had originally planned to do, which is to make Man of Steel 2 before Justice League.
That would have made more sense than a Justice League movie right after Man of Steel. You know, it's the same. It's the
They
same
literally
thing.
shoehorned 3 different storylines into Batman versus Superman.
And who really wanted a Birds of Prey movie? Did we need a Birds of Prey movie?
The best part of Birds of Prey was Ewan McGregor.
And then the stupid name was it Bird of Prey, the Emancipation of Harley Quinn or something like that.
The glorious emancipation of one Harleen Quinzel.
Such a stupid title. Degrassi said, DiCaprio and Bale also have new non-exclusive deals that Warner Brothers make of that what you will.
Look, Warner Brothers is never going to totally go away. Okay? You call it Warner Brothers Discovery now. You can say that they're either going to buy Paramount or Paramount's going to buy them, whatever. None of these studios are actually going to go away anytime frickin' soon. They've all been around, most of them for 100 years or more now at this point. They know what they're doing. Every studio is going to go through times where they're in the red. Okay? Every studio is going to suffer. And that's not because they're making bad movies, not because they're hyper woke. It's not because of that. It's simply because of the way of finances in the world. This is why we're seeing problems with the theaters right now. It's because you can just wait 45 days for something to hit streaming.
Yeah.
And honestly, you're in the comfort of your own home. You've got your own snacks. You're not paying $10 for a hot dog. Okay.
$10 or 15.
15 in 15. Some cases. I mean,
where you get hot dogs from? There's 15.
$15 and 15 inches.
Well, no, there are some places where a single person going to see a movie, you're still paying nearly $40.
Yeah.
Ticket.
You can't bring a family. You bring a family
and
of 5, and you're freaking goddamn.
You're looking at $300.
Right?
Yep.
And I'm sorry, parents are if you have a house full of kids, you're going to pick the movie that you go see in the theater isn't going to be something mom and dad want to see. They're going to take the kids to go see something. Okay? Mom and dad will wait for their movies to come to the house.
True. Yep.
And honestly, it's not much different than what it used to be. There's just more eyes on it now. Okay? Yep. There's just more eyes on it now because of social media.
You know, this deal, and people are really hyped for Top Gun 3. I don't know if he'll make a good Hal Jordan or not. I don't know. I don't see him as Hal Jordan. I know it's a big name. Do they really want to put a big name as Hal Jordan?
Honestly, he's too old to be Hal Jordan.
Yeah.
Just being truthful, they need to get a guy in his 30s to play Hal Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
I get why they're going to try to. I get why the rumor came out because Hal Jordan was a pilot.
Yeah.
He played Maverick. I see why that rumor hit, but to actually see, and look, I'm not throwing shade at him. Okay, the man is in incredible shape for his age. Yeah. And the fact that he still does his own stunts.
You know what? They should have got him, but the first movie. They should have got him Top Gun first movie. You know, because you're right. Hal Jordan, how old is Hal Jordan? Like in his 40s? If you really think about it.
Hal Jordan's 35 when he first appears in the comics.
Okay, 35, all right? He's actually almost twice the age what Hal Jordan was.
He is twice the age of Hal Jordan. I think he's like 62 now.
Crazy. Wow. All right, let's move on. Enough news, rumors, and spec. Let's get to some comic book stuff before the other show we're going to be on later. Flavor hat covers coming out next week, New Comic Book Day. At number 10, we got The Bloody Dozen, A Tale of the Shrouded, College number 2, the 1 in 10 Will Sliney variant. I love this throwback cover.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
It's Soul and Albuquerque on this book. Image. If you're a fan of Soul's writing, pick it up. At number 9, we got Cobra Commander number 1, the 1 in 10 Tyler Boss variant.
Got that coming. I picked that up.
This cover's freaking amazing. I picked it up too. This
You
cover.
know why I like the cover? Snake. Remember the Transformers episode, Snake?
Yeah.
It was so.
That's another one that's Energon universe, right? Or the Energon verse, yeah. Image
so
is
putting David Mack cover too.
Have you read any of the Transformers and G.I. Joe stuff?
No, I haven't. Something I'm looking into though.
Starscream is brutal. He's just killing humans left and right.
Love it. Love
just
it.
Smashing them. It's crazy. I love it.
Oh, so he's finally not a whiny coward?
No.
He's still really good. Well, listen, after the other picture of Megatron got thrown out of probably when they were fighting out of the Ark, and then he went his separate way. Wait till Megatron comes back. I want to see some really shit hit the fan when Megatron comes back.
All right.
I want him to do Galvatron.
No, they'll get to it. They'll get to it.
We got Jackpot number 1, the 1 in 100 Ichikuri Virgin variant. Mary Jane is a superhero now.
Yeah, I can't care less about this.
Yeah, I like the cover. It's Ichikuri.
Is this 616 or is this Ultimate?
616.
Okay.
She gained powers when she was in that alternate universe with Paul. And I know everybody hates Paul. Paul, yeah. Number 7. Sonic the Hedgehog, Fang the Hunter number 1, the 1 in 10 Francesca variant. I love these homages to Sega Genesis games.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I remember playing Sonic back in the day.
At number 6, Amazing Spider-Man number 42, the 1 in 25 Dotson.
That's not a bad cover.
Yeah, I like the way
I like the way he's reflecting in the windows there.
Yeah,
and I like Dotson.
Doesn't his chin look like it's like chiseled a little bit more?
Very chiseled.
They made my boy Square Jawed.
Yeah. Square Joe and Square Pants.
At number 5, we have Batman Superman World's Finest, the
That's cool. That's a cool
Bumara card stock variant.
Ooh,
This
that's
cover
pretty.
is freaking
That's
very nice.
pretty.
I thought it was an Alex Ross when I first saw it. I was like,
it does. It actually harkens back a little bit to Kingdom Come if you look at this style.
And number 4, we got Superman number 10, the 1 in 25 Lyrics Lee variant with Marilyn Moonlight on the cover.
Fascinating.
Talk about cakes.
I'm glad you said it, and I didn't have to.
At number 3, we have Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong number 4, the 1 in 50 James Stocco variant. Freaking sweet cover of Godzilla. Oof. I don't think Metropolis is going to recover from this.
Didn't Godzilla basically whoop Superman?
He supposedly killed Superman.
He didn't kill Superman. He's Superman.
His heartbeat wasn't going.
One of my brothers sent a picture of a Galapagos iguana swimming.
Yes. I've seen that.
And he sent the picture and he was like, hey, this is gonna end up being Godzilla. I'm telling you, just a little bit of nuclear waste.
No, friggin' Joe. I sent one to Joe, then Joe sent another one. I said that's Godzilla. He goes, it's creepy as hell. There's the David Mack.
We got Cobra Commander number 1, the 1 in 250 David Mack variant.
How badass is that? The Decepticon symbol in his mask.
Yeah, that's freaking cool. I was like,
come on, man.
This is way better.
That is badass.
This is way better than the Duke variant that he did.
Yeah,
God,
but
I hope we get Serpentor in this Energon universe.
we will. We will. And
I
Zartan.
love Serpentor.
I love Zartan. That's my favorite character.
And number one next week for covers is Catwoman 61, the 1 in 50 Nakayama Virgin. And nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got love for DC. Jeez.
That's my love for DC.
Just a sprinkling of other things in
friggin'
there.
that David Mack Cobra Commander. It's going to be a $300 book.
It is. Let's take a look at some video game sales. We got Metroid Prime Trilogy Collector's Edition, released in 2009, selling for $70, complete in box. Well, you could take some of these old Wii games and make some money off
I
of them.
played that game back in the day, the original one, the first one.
Metroid.
We have Ju-On, The Grudge for the Wii, released in 2009, so complete in box, $83.
Oh, damn.
That's a hell of a weird one to have on the Wii.
it literally was a haunted house simulator.
Oh,
it wasn't even a scary game.
That's fascinating.
Silent Hill.
Have you ever played a game called Evil Within, Brucifer?
I may have.
That game is literally the scariest damn thing I've ever played.
Is it for PC?
There's a version of it on PC now because of Xbox Xbox Game Pass, but it was originally, I think it originally came out on like the original Xbox.
Oh, in that case, no, because Xbox is crap. Silent Hill Shattered Memories. Released in 2010, so for $62 for the disc alone and $100 in complete in box. People still paying for these games.
Wow.
Everybody's favorite rhythm game, Rhythm Haven Fever, released in 2011, so for $119 for the disc. Complete in box was $200, and a graded copy of a 9.0 sold for $350 at this game. Rarity on some of these Wii games. I don't get it, but
my kids, my daughters had Wii's. I never played it. I'm not much for Nintendo products, so.
Metroid cost $70 when it came out in 2009. It held its price. Club Penguin Game Day Limited Edition, released September of 2010. Sold complete in box, $850 for this game, which is insane. A lot of these Wii games, there wasn't a large distribution of these games. So like this one, it's like $850 for complete in box, which is crazy. All right. Variant Hunters, some comics that you should be looking out for that are very hard to find. We got Daredevil issue 3, 1 in 50 from 2014. Last sold in December for $125. Last grade, it sold for $149. I love this cover. Probably one of the better Daredevil covers.
That is a badass cover.
Yep.
I just like the silhouette in the background. That was it.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. Simple,
Return of Wolverine issue number 1, the 1 in 1,000 from 2018. McFarlane and Jim Lee cover. McFarlane, Jim Lee. Last sold for $285 in a 9.8 a few days ago. At its heyday back in 2021, it was selling for $400 raw, which is crazy. Well, if you want to copy, probably in somebody's back bin. We got Ursa Minor, issue 3, the Natalie Saunders cover, 2018. This has a copy of this has not sold since 2022, and it was $680 raw, and a 9.8 was $1,100 back in 2021. I know you like this. You like the Demon Foot?
Demon Foot turns it off, but I like the whole. Just cover up the Demon Foot. It'd be perfect.
We got Cobra issue 0, the muzzle flash cover. It sold at a 9.8 last year for $96, and Aurora sold in May of last year for $107. I mean $150, which is insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's a nice cover too. There's a lot of G.I. Joe variants out there that are very hard to find. And a lot
That's
of
Snake Eyes, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Especially Snake Eyes on the bike, the Purple Rain variant. You know.
I love that Purple Rain cover.
Yeah.
Rick and Morty issue 1, the 1 in 30 from 2015. Sold for $190 in June of last year, and a 9.896 sold for $315 back in November. A lot of these Rick and Morty covers from early 2000s are very hard to find.
A lot of variants of Rick and Morty too that are worth a lot of money. People like going out there trying to find.
And he's getting milked on the cover. Just saying.
I know.
That's just wrong. On so many levels.
It is.
But it's Rick and Morty. Don't worry about it. It's all good.
And now, who reads comics? Where we review the comics we read this week.
This guy.
First up, we got Action Comics 1061. Jason Aaron takes over the of Action Comics, takes them to run Action Comics, and from this issue was amazing. It really Bizarro was just like, what the fuck? It was a different take on Bizarro that you're not used to, and he whipped Superman's ass. What do you think, Dave?
Well, now, honestly, like, I'm kind of intrigued by the whole fragments thing that they're doing.
Yeah.
Like the world of Bizarros sort of storyline that they're starting with this. I find it interesting.
Yeah, it's he's basically looking for his home world because of all the crises and resetting. It seems like Bizarro World has disappeared. Can't be found. So he literally goes to a planet full of wizards. Freaking slaughters all of them. Absorbs all their magic and then goes to Earth to find Superman.
Yep.
Yeah, Superman had no idea what was going on, and I've never seen. Well, when he punched him all the way to Pluto. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. That was amusing.
It was a good start for Jason Aaron. Next up, Wolverine 41. The beginning of the Saber-Tooth War. What do you think of this?
Two thoughts on this one. One, I like how they're releasing it. They're doing twice a month now.
Yeah.
Two, brutal. That first issue was brutal.
Yeah.
Now, is this okay? So somebody said earlier that this takes place right before Fall of the House of X.
Yes.
So is this like 10 years in the future now, or because I'm kind of lost as to where my timeline is, or is this right after Fall of X?
This is right after Fall of X.
Okay.
Yeah. Because they're still scattered after the whole gala.
So we just straight up watched Quentin Quire, some unnamed mutant, and Akihiro die. Like Kaputski.
It was I've never seen Sabretooth so brutal towards anyone. Except the Morlocks, maybe back in the Mutant Massacre days.
Yeah. By the way, Sticks, that's not my house. It's a green screen.
You you know what?
Charge it for the
I can tell you
fans.
this, man. I can say again, and I'll always say it. Thank God I don't collect Wolverine covers.
You
Too many.
know, if you're a Wolverine fan, this is a good. If you haven't read Wolverine in a while, this is a good jumping on point.
This
Yeah.
actually makes me feel like some of the 90s era Wolverine and Sabretooth clashes, which we have not gotten in a good long while.
And no spoilers for the end, but Sabretooth has a very creative way of spelling out happy birthday for Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
So you pick this
Tell you
up,
that.
give it a good read.
I tell you that. Don't go losing your head over things, you know.
Or an arm or a leg or a torso.
Oh man.
Now the cream of the crop, Ultimate Spider-Man #1.
Volume
This
3.
yes. This takes place after Ultimate was it Ultimate War or Ultimate whatever Ultimatum or the
Ultimate
hell?
Ultimatum and Ultimate Fallout.
No, there was another series like last year with the Maker.
Oh,
He went back in time and stopped all the superheroes from becoming superheroes so he could take over the world.
But wasn't
So
the Maker part of
Spider-Man never got bit.
What didn't the Maker go to the Ultimate World where Venom when Venom went after him? The Maker the Venom storyline. He went to the Ultimate Universe after it was destroyed by Ultimatum.
DC guy.
I think that's how it worked. The thing about it is, like he said, the Maker went back and changed everything where there are no heroes, with the exception of Iron Man, and apparently Iron Man did something not so cool and
No,
caused the deaths of a lot of people.
the Maker framed him for that.
Well, the world still thinks it was
Yeah.
Iron Man.
So now, all these heroes don't have their powers or their identity, and Tony Stark has sent all the heroes he believes that will help change the world little packages. Like he sent Spider-Man a radioactive spider.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like what 35 in this?
Yeah.
Peter Parker.
Yeah, he's in his 30s. I love how Uncle Ben is alive,
Yes.
but May isn't. And Uncle Ben is like, well, was one of the chief editors at
the Daily Bugle.
at the Bugle.
You know, him being best friends with J. Jonah Jameson was freaking hilarious to watch. Their interaction was funny.
Oh, I liked him. Like Jonah actually was acting human. Like he put a tie on Peter.
I know. He was like, "Give it back, though. You can't keep it." Yeah, it's a great first issue to, if you're a Spider-Man fan, and if you wanted to see him grow up
And
and have a family.
I honestly like whoever's doing the interior art for this book does Mary Jane perfectly. Like
Yeah.
I saw absolutely no flaws with Mary Jane. Not that I'm a guy that looks for that kind of thing, but she looked great, and their kids are cute.
The goatee works for Peter.
It does.
It's kind of cool. Like I want to read this book. Just the fresh story. Like we've read the different incarnations of Spider-Man across the Spider-Verse, so many different things. To have a story that's fresh and unique to the Spider-Man methods, and just making it a really great story that people could love. Damn, like I said, going to that one store, sold out everywhere. It's ridiculous,
Six said he looks like me at 35. So that was 100 years ago.
Yes.
Wow, Sticks.
Benjamin Buttons.
It's a great story. I think this is the story Spider-Man fans have wanted for decades. For some reason,
Jonathan Hickman is going to bring Spider-Man to heights that we haven't seen in a very long time with this book. I
have a feeling that they're going to kill off Peter Parker in the 616 and make this the main Spider-Man. And they have another Secret Wars or something that will change the merge first universe.
In Amazing
again.
Spider-Man, we're approaching 1,000 issues. How many more to 1,000? Maybe he dies in the 1,000 issues. And you know what the sad thing is? I got a feeling they're going to kill Mary Jane in this book. Because he has a tragedy everywhere he goes.
Well, he's happy in this.
Yes. And
that's a problem.
Happiness with Peter Parker and Spider-Man never go hand in hand.
Nope.
No, not at all.
So, yes, Aunt May may be dead and Uncle Ben's alive. But I think Mary Jane is going to get killed. And that's when I think he's going to really become, because they'll do that. It'll be happy in the first issue, second issue, death of Mary Jane. What the hell?
Hey, Dave, I was saying that if they kill off Peter in the main universe and make this version of Peter the main Spider-Man, how do you think fans will take that?
See, you're gonna okay. Look, either way you do it, you're going to cause a polarization of the fandom, because there are those that want Spider-Man to be a more adult, established character. This is why a lot of people hated One More Day. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because they took Mary Jane away from him. They changed all of that.
Yeah.
But you're also going to have the people that want to keep him young and single and everything else, that are going to get mad about this adult Peter with children.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't make everybody happy. Personally, I like this version of Peter. I want more of this version of Peter. So if that happens, I guess I'll be fine. I definitely like I said before, I like the way they're drawing Mary Jane. Their kids are cute. He seems to be established more. There's a whole lot less like feeling like he's not on steady ground. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping that we keep it with that, because I've been reading Spider-Man comics since I want to say 81. Okay. And I have never seen as steady a Peter as I saw in this book. And that's kind of what I've been hoping for a while.
Yep. I really love the subtle politics of big company coming in, taking over a small paper, giving them choices. It really was really well done. Hickman should be proud of this first issue. It's a great way to start an issue. And I'm assuming sales will reflect that this week.
Well, we are finding out some of those covers are sold out, so.
Yeah. Thade is
a lot of the covers are sold out.
Thade is damn near ancient, but I just don't look it because I'm very well preserved. I've been working in the funeral industry for 20 years, so.
Formaldehyde.
I'm rather well preserved with formaldehyde and the Sicilian half of my bloodstream, so.
Headed to the Styx cave.
There's also rumors that I might actually be a vampire because nobody sees me out during the daytime. So
I've never seen you during the daytime.
No.
Listen, you have a glitch in the matrix in your right now. So I don't even know if you're really who you say you are.
Well, in high school, they thought I was a vampire.
Jeez. Well, all I know is your messages usually stop right before dawn.
Yeah, they do.
Take that as you will.
Dude, I don't look at sunlight much, guys.
That Scott Campbell cover. That Scott Campbell cover is gonna definitely it's gonna probably go up more. It's a great cover.
It is.
You're talking about the Mary Jane.
Scott Campbell,
yeah.
The left
That's
cover.
The 1 in 200. What is it?
Yeah.
1 in 500.
1 in 500.
Yeah. That's gonna.
I actually love that cover.
It's not lovable for $450. No.
No, it's not. It'd be lovable if someone gave it to me.
On
and said-
release day, no.
Exactly.
What's popping with Pops?
They could love that cover right into my house where I don't have to pay for it in a 9.8. That'd be great.
There you go.
All right, we got Invisible Freddy. 999 pieces, sold for $230.
Yep. Yeah, you got. Yeah, so this is from the NFT. That they dropped the cards.
Yeah, the digital release.
So the NFTs, I don't know, a little iffy. I definitely like Funko doing different things, but the NFTs aren't really sitting with a lot of people. But this Invisible Freddy's pretty good. There's only a couple of Freddys that I actually do like, especially the two that I will never own in my collection. Freddy as Boba Fett with green hair, and the 24-piece Freddy with red hair, Boba Fett.
And I just want to point out to BK in the chat, my great uncle Cthulhu would like to have a word. Anyway.
Next up, we have a signed Stanley Auto Pop Funko of Drax, sold for $325.
Oh wow.
Okay.
It has a sticker.
Yeah, Stanley had special stickers on his autograph pops.
Excelsior approved.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Next up, we got Do You Poo #1. Venomized Tigum. Limited edition. Sold for $103.
This is actually not a Funko Pop. It's actually a custom.
Yeah, that has got to be the best symbiote I have ever seen.
That's actually pretty damn cool.
It is cool.
Because the wonderful thing about Tiggus is wonderful things. And a Tigger with a symbiote is an even more wonderful thing.
Terry Floyd, Freddy's invisibility sucks. I can see him right there. He should have got some hiding tips from Waldo.
Poor Waldo. Everybody wants his job. Poor Waldo. Everybody wants his job.
I found Waldo many times. So
we have Thundercats Lionel. It was vaulted, sold for $220.
All right, so that is the original Lionel. The flocked Lionel is like almost $500, and they have a glow in the dark Mumra and a regular Mumra. So Thundercats are on the move, man.
It's too late for me to get into collecting pops. Too late.
Listen, it's plastic crack, dude. Don't do it.
I'm not. I'd rather collect my DC. I
got some
stuff.
DC ones for you. Before I sell my pops, I'll give you the DC ones I have.
Ooh.
Send me pops.
No strings attached. No strings attached, right?
No.
I don't owe you a favor or anything, right?
No, okay. What favor you gonna?
I don't know.
No, because you might turn around.
You're from Brooklyn.
You might turn around and say, "Listen. I want to give you a favor. No, I don't want a favor. I want to give."
Hey,
come on.
Hey, my Italian compatriot. I'll offer you a favor if you send some pops my way. How about that? No.
We got Travis Kelce, Pop 101, sold for $370.
And you know why? Because
only because he's popping. He's now become a Swiftie.
Yo, this freaking pop was a common on the goddamn shelves. Look how much it sold for.
That's crazy. Yeah. Can we call him Travis Swift now?
Yeah.
Yes, because he's definitely taking her name if that happens.
Exactly.
She's definitely pegging him.
It's like Bennifer. It's like Ben Affleck with Jennifer Lopez. Bennifer. So.
Mr. Lopez. We're gonna take a look at some Silver Age comic sales to round off the night. In the night, actually. Amazing Spider-Man #1, a CGC 3.0. Cream to off-white pages sold for $9,300, which is cheap.
That is cheap.
Yes.
Because of what I seen, Amazing Fantasies, a 2.0 $25,000.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
It's crazy.
It is.
Adventure Comics 347 from 1966, a 9.4 off-white. The first appearance of Karate Kid. Sold for $2,640. Legion of Superhero Karate Kid, not the Karate Kid.
9.4. It's a 9.4, so that's pretty decent for that book.
Yeah, and that's crazy.
There's a 4.0 out there going for $45,000.
Of Amazing Fantasy.
Amazing Fantasy 15, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. You want to go? You want to go half?
Jeez. You guys are gonna have to hope that this voice acting gig that's coming, that these voice acting gigs that may be coming are going to have to make bank before I can even consider going into some of them books.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Why don't you put up your Matrix, the glitch of the Matrix home in the background up for mortgage. There you go. Make some money.
We got Star Spangled War Stories 131 from 1966, a 9.8. So for 1,800. Who has a freaking perfect copy of almost a perfect copy?
And on top of that, you got Namor on Surgon for freaking X-Men.
No,
Jesus.
that's DC, buddy.
That's DC,
I know.
Namor.
I'm just saying, but it looks like Namor in this. I know.
But the thing is about these war stories books, there are people that like just simply hunt for those, like just those. I watch a couple of comic book guys on YouTube, and there's one that hunts for these exclusively.
Mm-hmm.
Any war comics, anything from the Golden Age or the Silver Age. Oh my God.
And it reads, the Birdman fights a modern war with Stone Age weapons and vengeance of the big birds.
What's up, Perp? How you doing, buddy?
That Perpy?
Yeah, he's out there in the
Perpy.
chat.
How was your edibles and your other smokables?
Hey, check it out, Perp. My face is actually on the panel.
He's in a mansion.
What's up?
On Epstein's Island.
No. This is in South Jersey. I swear it's in South Jersey.
South Jersey. Teresa's about to walk in right now. Wonder Woman 179 from 1968 at 9.6. So for $1,260. Wow.
Is this a key or?
It's she gives up her powers and walks away from Wonder Woman.
It's a minor key. Okay.
Yeah. 9.6. I'll take it any day of the week.
I bet you could pick up a pretty simple like 5.0 for about half that.
Yeah. We have showcase number 56, Dr. Fate and Hourman from 1965, 9.4. So for $1,200. This is a minor key. It's actually the first Silver Age appearance. Psycho Pirate.
Yeah. That's actually not bad for that book.
No, it's not. It's pretty good considering.
That's cool. I like the green. The green in the cover.
Yeah, the green pops.
It really makes the characters pop in front of that green.
Dr. Fate and Hour, man. You have 1 hour to beat my ass, so if not, you're done. Any final thoughts before we get out of here?
Nah, man.
You guys talk Echo?
Always crossing the green and not in between.
You guys talk Echo. So conflicted with the show. Want to talk about it.
I haven't watched it yet, Perp.
I liked it. I don't know what you have to be conflicted about it, but okay.
We're gonna have to do a special Echo review stream. I'll binge watch it over the weekend.
Yeah. Hey, if we do one about Echo, we got to bring Chris on because him and I, we were watching it at the same time. So
Okay, that could be arranged. So please thumbs up this video, hit the like button, subscribe if you're watching on the replay. I want to thank everyone for showing up and hanging out with us on this cold Friday night. And if it's not cold where you live at, go fuck yourself.
and remember, opinions are like ass. No.